Good evening, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Well, guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I am not actually in my regular bedroom. This is my new bedroom that's painted the same color, but it doesn't have the chair rail trim and stuff like that. Plus, the door looks atrocious and has no trim on it, and there's no like face plates on anything. And I am in here because currently, actually, there's stuff in here that is my stuff, and my bed is in here. It is currently the place where I am sleeping because we are needing to paint the other room so that then when we have my cousin's companies coming out to do the floors in here, they're gonna like sand them and restain them, and they're also gonna do the trim in here. They're not doing the window trim. We're leaving the window trim, and like I already painted that. In fact, the tape is still up. I just realized that. But we're having them do like the door trim and also the closet trim, because that we had to take off so that they can sand the floor, but also so that we could like paint. We didn't need to take it off to paint, but it's just a lot easier to take it off to paint, and then not having to worry about taping it off, because the only thing, like I said, we had to tape off was just the windows. So that was kind of nice. Also above me over here is a hole in the ceiling, because that is actually for the lights. So originally there was one light in the middle, and because of where my bed is right now, like it's right here in the middle, we decided we were gonna cut in the two lights so that I can have one on either side, plus two, because the room's kind of big, and the lights that I wanted to get anyway were a little bit, it was only like 2 bulbs, and they're like the small bulbs. Like the one in my room right now is like a chandelier kind of thing, and it's got 4 like B type bulbs, if that makes sense. They're like the smaller, thinner, like base. I don't know if that makes sense. Normally they're more like chandelier type light bulbs anyway. They're not the ones you put in like lamps and stuff. Those ones I think are like type A. I don't know. I was researching this to figure out what type of light bulbs to get for them. I figured out, I think that's what they're called. So I could be wrong. Then they have other stuff too, like those Edison bulbs, or those other weird ones that have the little like prongs. We have one of those in the living or in the kitchen has one that's like, they're like 2 little prongs, and then you like tighten and twist them in, instead of like the traditional, like, you know, twisting light bulb kind of thing. So anyways, but we decided I wanted to have the 2, because I was like, well, one side, which is going to be more this side, is going to be where I probably have my desk anyway, which is currently set up on a table because my desk is still in my old room, but I brought my TV in here, and I was going to just put it on this the little thing over there, but it was right on the edge, and I was like, I don't trust myself to not knock my TV off of this, so I had to go and grab that. But when we bring my desk in here, again too, this is all temporary until we finish with the other room, painting in there, then I have to move out of here fully, and both rooms have to be vacated. Because this room, like, there was nothing in here while we were painting and everything, and my room still had my stuff in it. Now, when we go to paint that room, obviously everything needs to be out of there, but because we want to try and get them to like maximize the time and like, you know, time spent, like, when they come to like sand the floors and do the trim and stuff like that, I think it's a lot easier to have them do like both rooms at the same time. Like they can sand the one room, they are also again too gonna have to do the patching work for the ceiling, but they can have like one room being worked on while the other room's being done, you know, like that kind of stuff. And like the same thing too, like they'll buy the trim for both rooms at the same time, instead of being like, well, we'll just do this room first and then go and do that room. Like they can do both at the same time, kind of, if that makes sense. So it saves us hopefully a little bit of money, since we don't have to like have them come out and then do one room and then come out and do another room again. It's like, well, and, you know, and again too, it's a little less stress. I mean, it's a little more stressful, but maybe a little less stressful for us, just because we don't have to deal with so much, you know, like extra, you know, like scheduling and stuff like that. Like when they come, they're coming to do both rooms, and then when they're done, they're done. You know, so we don't have to be like, okay, we'll do this room. Okay, now we have to wait. Now they have to go and do the other room, like, if that makes sense. Also too, they're painting the ceiling because obviously there's no drywall there, and when they put the drywall in, then they're gonna have to repaint. So we're having them repaint as well, because we didn't want to do it, we didn't want to paint once the floors are done, because like there's already like some little paint marks on the floor, and so again we'd have to like professionally, you know, like you know, use drop cloths. You know, we did use drop cloths, so most of it was kind of avoided, but I mean, there's still some little spots on the floor and stuff like that, but we were like, it's not a big deal because they're sanding it anyway. You guys should have seen the other floor. I think I showed you guys when we had them do the other floor, because we actually painted that floor and it all came up, so I'm not worried about a couple little specks that are on the floor that we didn't, you know, like the drop cloth didn't catch. But when the floors are redone, obviously it's not easy to get that up then. Again, we're not going to come out and have them re-sand so that, you know, in case something splatters. So that's why they're a painting company also. So we're like, we'll have you guys do that and repaint the ceiling as well, like the full ceiling. But we already, you know, did the walls and everything to kind of cut our cost. And again too, I don't mind painting. Like, I kind of like painting a little bit. It's a little stressful, but it's not that bad. And again too, it's something that's easier to do that you don't have to pay for. You know, that's why we didn't even really worry about like not getting paint on the ceiling. Like you guys can probably see, there's a spot like there, you know, that has like paint on it. So because again, they're taping off the ceiling and they're painting it. So plus there's also another spot that had some water damage that also needs to be patched up, because that was from the old roof that was leaking. So that and the other room also had a little bit that we also got patched. So my room, it was fine, but it was like the two corner ends of the house for some reason like was weird and had water damage. So like from the sloped roof part, but it was like at the ends of the house. So anyways, we got a new roof though, so we don't have to worry about that. But the room, you know, I'm in here temporarily because we have to now, again too, like my big furniture will be moved out and moved in here, just, you know, and the stuff that I kind of need to still function. But then when they come to actually do the rooms, I'm going to then move into the living room for a few days, and mainly just my mattress. Mostly everything else, like the furniture, the desk is gonna go out in the garage, like the bed frame's gonna go out in the garage. I'm gonna be on my mattress in the living room. Like that's pretty much gonna be it, and probably have a few little things that I need, you know, but for the most part, everything is gonna be out of, you know, like this room and the other room, and both rooms are gonna be completely empty at the same time. We have to find somewhere to put all of my furniture. So, like I said, that's, you know, not that fun. But last night I actually slept in here for the first time. And then today will be the second night that I'm sleeping in here, but it's just kind of weird. Like I felt like I was sleeping at somebody else's house. Like I kept like waking up kind of, and not like being like, oh my gosh, where am I kind of thing, but just kind of waking up and being like, oh, you know, like there's just different sounds. Like even though I'm one room over, like there's just different sounds. There's different, you know, like the way, like normally the stairs are like right next to my room, so like I hear people come up and down the stairs. I'm like, do I really hear people like come up and down the stairs? Plus, because there's not a lot of furniture in here, it's very echoey. Plus there's a hole in the ceiling, like so the acoustics in here are just weird. And like the closet too, like my room doesn't have a closet, but like the closet's there and there's no doors on it. Like it feels weird, like, you know, and it feels like I'm in somebody else's house. Like it doesn't feel like it's my room. Like that's why I was like, it feels weird to like record in here, because I feel like I'm doing it in somebody else's house, but it's not. It's gonna be my room. The only thing that I did get, because I have to have something, I cannot sleep if the you know, sun comes shining in on me. So I did get the blinds that I'm going to get for this room. We'll have to take them off when they do like the ceiling stuff and everything like that, but we did get them so that we could at least make sure they fit and everything, because they're like the thicker blinds, like the wider, like not the vinyl. I think they are vinyl, but they're not the nice wood ones, but they're like a vinyl faux wood kind of, but in white. So they're a lot thicker, but they actually work really well. Like this morning were like really awesome for like keeping the sun out. So I used those now instead of, I had curtains, but I also had blinds in my other room. So yeah, it's just, you know, like I said, it's kind of weird. It's kind of an adjustment. And on top of that too, this room is so much, it's just cold. Like this week up until Tuesday and Wednesday, it's supposed to be like almost 80 degrees, but it's going to be cold. And like right now it's cold. Plus it's cold because there's a hole in the ceiling. Plus it's cold because this is at the end of the house. My room's in the interior house, like of the house, in the most interior room. So it's always pretty warm. So like it's a big adjustment too. So I was like, I'm gonna put my flannel sheets, which which I haven't been able to use since I got my new mattress because my mattress is always really warm. So I was like, now I can use my flannel sheets back on my bed that I got a while ago and I haven't used with my new mattress because normally I sleep very warm. So like last night was like perfect, but I put the flannel sheets on today because I washed all my bedding. So I was like, oh my goodness, like this is gonna be so nice and comfy. And like I slept so well though, actually, because it was really cold. Like I sleep better when it's cold than when it's hot. And you know, but it was just weird like being in here, like, because like I said, I'm not ready for that. You know, like I'm adjusting to it, like the lighting, and you know, like I don't have any overhead lighting, obviously. You guys saw there's nothing, so the light switch does not work. Like I think it was actually on. There's no, I just have a couple lamps in here. So anyways, yeah, like I said, it's just a little bit of an adjustment, but it's okay. Like it's just hopefully not going to be very long. We already kind of checked with them to schedule like when the stuff is happening, so we know we don't have that much time to finish painting the other room and get all this stuff, you know, kind of taken, you know, care of, and then I will be in here permanently. But for right now, it's actually just temporary, permanent new bedroom. You know, but anyways, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.